On a busy night, it might seem like you have to wrestle somebody to get a table at Texas Roadhouse. But as News Center 16's Travis Robinson explains, today the wrestling happened outside the Elkhart Steakhouse. Travis?
Yeah, Joel, that fighting was all about Headlocks on Hunger, which is a program that was put on today by the Church Community Services this afternoon. Now, they invited some WWE-style wrestlers out to the restaurant for a few fights, hoping to raise a little money for the Church Community Services. That looked like it might have hurt, right? But it's really pretty controlled, and a lot of this type of wrestling is staged. But the money it's bringing in is all too real.
There are people who still are scratching to try to make their checks go a little bit longer, and they can't. That's why we're here.
Using the theatrics, Church Community Services announced they raised $2,400 from Sunday alone. But the organizers couldn't tell me why a chokehold was the best way to help someone out.
I know about the helping the people, but putting people in a chokehold, not so much.
So at that point, it was time to ask a pro wrestler. They brought in a few professional world-level wrestlers to the event, which was able to bring in a larger crowd. For the bigger wrestling fans, this was the big reason to come out to the event, and it's bringing in a lot of the money for the charity event.
I don't do them as often as I probably should. It's nice when it is.
These smaller matches may not be what the wrestlers are used to, but it still gets the crowd going.
Keep doing your jerk! Shut up! Get out of the way!
Well, I mean, obviously it's a smaller scale, but you know, I perform the same whether I'm in a small crowd or the biggest because of that passion that I have for it.
While it is for charity, it wouldn't be nearly as successful as it is without all of the fun that's been put into the show.
You get a lot of folk who come out and see something unique. How often do you see a wrestling match in a parking lot of one of our favorite restaurants here in Elkhart?
Now, Texas Roadhouse also donated 10% of sales today to Church Community Services. Many of this evening's wrestlers were local, but a few, including Velez, will appear on season 3 of the show called Lucha Underground on the El Rey Network.
So, Travis, aside from the food pantry that the group runs, what else does Church Community Services do?
Yeah, well, they do have a couple of the programs. They have Soup for Success and Man Alive, and that helps men and women get their high school diplomas, learn some important skills in life, and beat addiction, even find housing.
All right, it's definitely a worthy cause. Thank you so much, Travis.